Cave Cosplays here, and welcome to my video cosplay storage makeover. So I currently have all of my cosplays, or I did currently have all of my cosplays in this closet next to all of my craft stuff, and it was just not working. I wanted to be able to get to my cosplays and I couldn't. So I decided to get a garment rack. That way I could put all of my cosplays and things on that, and then I could put my craft stuff into the closet. So I think this is going to be a lot easier for me, especially since I will be able to see everything and then I can pick the stuff that I want to use and I can reuse parts of cosplays that way I don't make any duplicates. While I don't think storing your cosplays in containers is a bad thing, I know a lot of people use it. It just personally for me didn't work. I think if I had a bigger closet and I could access the closet a little bit easier, I think it would be okay. But I'm also a visual person, so I need to be able to see what I have. And also, I end up finding stuff that it's like, oh, hey, I completely forgot about this. So it's like, hey, I don't have to get that thing, or I don't have to try to make this thing because I already have it. So I also think that it'll be easier for me to organize things. So I'm trying to keep all of like my skirts and dresses together, and then I can have all of my shirts and other extra things together. And it's a little bit of a challenge trying to figure out how to hang up some of this stuff. And I do eventually get different hangers for some things later on, but I was just working with what I had and it wasn't too bad, but it's just if you make a really giant ball gown skirt, it's not always the easiest to hang up, especially if you just have like regular hangers. So I had to invest in some different types of things. I think also this helped me because, as I said, I'm a visual person, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I haven't really done that many cosplays, or I look back at my photos, and yeah, I have a lot of photos, but I'm like, do I really have that many cosplays? And turns out I have a lot more than I thought I did, which is exciting because a lot of the pieces that I have, I'm going to use for different things. I have one cosplay that I'm currently working on that I already have the dress for because I used it for my vampire cosplay and other things like that. That it's like I like to use pieces different times. That way I can do something a little bit different with them. And it's also fun because I find stuff that I forgot that I had or that I hadn't seen in a really long time or that I made when I first started sewing and really diving into it. And it's just exciting to see the progress of where I started and where I'm at now. Speaking of cosplays that I created when I first started off with sewing, some of them do look a little rough, but I'm hoping to maybe one day go back and redo them. Not exactly like redo the whole thing, but take the pieces that I already have and kind of fix up like some of the hemlines and some of the wrinkles and things. That way it can look better the way that I imagined it, but also it's a part of me just kind of want to because I like to see like the progress that I've made, especially with things that I first made and then things that I have now. But it's kind of one of those things that I'm interested in doing. It's kind of up in the air. Will I do it? Will I won't? I have no idea. Question that a lot of people ask sometimes is it better to sew your cosplays or store buy them? I personally think that either is valid. If you want to create every single piece of your cosplay, that is awesome. If you need to buy it, that is also awesome. It's just the expression of being able to create and be a character or be something that you love. No matter how it gets done, it's that's what matters. Now, with buying cosplays, I do have a little bit of a suggestion, but this is just mine personally. You can either take it or leave it. I think that the thrift store is the great place to start. I have a lot of things that I've gotten from the thrift store that were super cheap and went back into my community. I've even had stuff that I created, like I took a sheet and created a skirt out of it. I've actually done that several times, but it's just an easy way to reuse. If you're not able to do that or you really want something specific, I highly suggest trying to find a small business that deals in creativity and cosplay. That way you're supporting something small. If all else fails and you have to get something from a big chain, I don't think that that's bad. Just look at your other options first. Anyways, this is how everything was looking at the end of day one. This took me 2 days to do, but I didn't film everything just because it was just really tedious to do. But this is where I'm at. I've got some pretty good progress. I got all of my craft stuff into the closet, but I still have a lot of cosplay things all over the place. And I find that it's like, oh, I actually still have some in my room, or I have some that it's like, I have no idea how I'm going to hang this up. So it is it was a fun challenge, but I decided to give myself a break and tackle it the next day. So here I am the next day showing off all of the stuff that I got from the store that was going to help me. I got a couple of different hangers. I also got a different like closet organization thingy. So I'm set into that, and I'm like, I'm going to get this done today, and I'm just going to plow through as much of it as I can and hopefully get it all finished, which I didn't want this to drag on to day 3, and luckily it didn't. So my goal is with this garment rack as well is that it's like all the cosplays that I want to make and want to use, they all have to fit on this rack. And it's full right now. But I have slowly gone through a few things and donated some stuff just because I want to try to keep the cosplays that I know that I'm going to want to wear multiple times, and also pieces that I know that I'm going to use multiple times. And this is just my challenge. I mean, cosplay however you want. It's just for me, I need to give myself a limit, because if I don't, it's going to look like how my bookshelf looks like, where it's just overflowing and I'm like, I can fit more and I can't actually fit more. All done. I am very happy with how this came out. I was able to organize like my two-piece gowns a lot better, and I was also able to add some certain accessories that I know specifically go with a cosplay. I was able to hang that up with it. That way I can kind of have almost everything in one place, or almost everything in one place. Or if I have something that I use multiple times, I have the multiple options at least close by. Also, really am glad that I grabbed this closet organizer, because I was able to put some of my smaller things like gloves and boot covers in it, and that way they don't get lost in the accessories bin or in the props bin. So the big question, I guess, is, am I happy with it? And yes, as I said, I am happy with it. Is it perfect? No, it's not. And I don't think we can ever really organize as perfect as we want to. However, it is a step in the right direction. I want to make sure that like everything has a space. Not everything has a space right now. My backdrops are shoved underneath. I've got my wigs in a container. I've got my giant props. Kind of some of them are still a little bit all over the place, but it is a step in the right direction for me, because then it's like, if this process works, then I can add to it. All of my cosplay prop weapons, I'm actually going to be displaying on the wall, and I'm going to make displays for them, hopefully in the near future. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this makeover. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of the behind the scenes. You can follow me for cosplay photos and cosplay videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.